Late one cool evening in Paisley, Scotland, May Donoghue sat across from her friend in a small cafe, laughing as they shared a simple treat, a bottle of ginger beer poured over sweet vanilla ice cream. It was August 26th, 1928. It was supposed to be a peaceful night, a normal night. Her friend poured the first half of the opaque, dark brown bottle into May's glass. Everything looked fine. May enjoyed her ice cream float, chatting away with her friend. But when her friend lifted the bottle to pour the rest, something thick, dark, and horrifying slipped out, landing in the glass with a soft plop. It was a dead snail, decomposed and floating grotesquely in the remaining ginger beer. The cafe went silent. May froze, the realization hitting her like a punch in the stomach. She had already drunk half of it. That night, she fell violently ill with severe gastroenteritis and nervous shock. Days later, the sickness worsened. She became weak, faint, unable to keep food down, and with every attack, the image of that decomposed snail haunted her worse than the physical pain. Her friend urged her to complain, but May faced a legal brick wall. She didn't buy the drink herself, so she had no contract with the cafe owner, and she certainly had no contract with the manufacturer, David Stevenson. So, who was responsible for what happened to her? According to the law at the time, nobody. Legally, she was invisible. Everyone said, "Let it go." They said there was no case, but May refused. She was tired of companies hiding behind legal loopholes while innocent people suffered. She found a lawyer who was willing to take a chance, and she took the manufacturer, Stevenson, to court. The legal battle that followed was brutal. People mocked her. Newspapers ran cartoons. "How can you sue someone you never met?" they said. Stevenson's lawyers argued that he owed her no duty of care at all. She wasn't his customer. She didn't buy the bottle. They argued that opening the floodgates to such claims would lead to chaos. It seemed like an impossible fight, but the case eventually reached the highest court in the land, the House of Lords, and there, one judge, Lord Atkin, saw something bigger, a principle that would rewrite the law forever. He posed a simple question: do we owe a duty of care to our neighbor? And he answered it with what is now famously known as the neighbor principle. He said, you must take reasonable care to avoid acts or omissions which you can reasonably foresee would likely injure your neighbor. And who is your neighbor? He defined it as the people who are so closely and directly affected by your actions that you ought to have them in mind when you are about to act. In this case, the ultimate consumer, May Donoghue, was Stevenson's neighbor in the eyes of the law. He should have known that if he was careless in his bottling process, someone like her could be harmed. It didn't matter that they had never met or that no money had passed between them. He owed her a duty of care. May 1. And from that day forward, the entire world of consumer rights and manufacturer responsibility changed. The modern law of negligence was born. Now, every company that makes a product, from a car to a can of soup, knows they are responsible for the safety of the person who ultimately uses it. This principle protects you every single day, every time you buy food, use an appliance, or drive your car. All because one woman, one quiet evening in Scotland, drank a ginger beer and found a dead snail. Her fight for justice created a ripple effect that ensures companies are held accountable, safeguarding millions of people they will never meet. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that shaped our modern world. See you next time.